Hello there, this is Michael, and I'm going to start here with my Security Systems Technician refresher course. This is the subject matter that I'm doing. This is the synchronous PowerPoint presentation that I use, and one of the things I've come across in my trials and tribulations of building my online course is the issue with having to strip down my PowerPoint presentations in order to load them onto the learning management system, the LMS. And this has been the same for Brightspace, which is the LMS that I use at my day job at BCIT, or Moodle, which I'm using for the Vancouver Community College course. So I'm just going to show you quickly, this is just the course as it comes through. And then I'm just going to minimize that if I can. And then I'm going to go to my Moodle. So here's my project in Moodle. I'll click on that. And here's basically the overall template that I have. Just see if I can move this over a bit so you can see it a little bit better. So this is just the general when you log into the course. And this is my Security Systems Technician Trades Qualification Prep course. So I've got my who takes the course, the chat group, resources and learning materials, a glossary of terms, the program matrix, because I actually have 10 courses, 10 modules that are part of this course. And the main one that I'm going to walk you right through right now is my Principles of Security. So we can click on that. This file will open, and up will pop up my very stripped down version of my PowerPoint presentation. So I can just quickly go through this and just kind of give you the quick and easy on that. And then I will close that off. And then I have my other module, which is my networking. So I've got my networking, my setup assignment, my network instructions, and then of course I've got my testing. And then I have here, I basically at this point have a series of either notes or I have diagrams that I've put up there to show how to set the items up as they need to be set up. So I'm just going to go here, I'll go full screen, and then I will continue on. The student supports for this program are really the instructor and the course materials. Because it's a proprietary course, there's only one institution in all of North America and 2 instructors, myself and another gentleman, that teach this course. Most of the materials are very hard to come by, very hard to get the proper materials that the course is looking for. There's all kinds of stuff out there in the world, and from time to time we do use Google or YouTube to find very specific things. But generally speaking, it's all course material that is specific to our course. One of the things I've done is I've done everything in what I call a very chronological order. So I've gone and I've done in my course, everything is lockstep. And everything has a number to it. And this way, it's easy to navigate, straightforward. As is with the quiz, my alignment issues, I've been able to really minimize those simply because with my quiz, if we continue on, everything is done in a multiple choice question fashion. The reason for that is that the trades qualification exam that is done by the ITA, the Industry Training Authority, all of their testing is all done by a multiple choice. So I have a easier module, which is the beginning module, and everything is done multiple choice. The reason for that is simply to have alignment with how the other steps will be when they finally get into doing the trades qualification exam. They've been primed and prepped to do multiple choice based on their educational materials that they've come across. So hopefully that aligns well with the entire program. I work very hard on that. I try to eliminate all my true and false questions. I try to eliminate any question that requires a written answer from the student, simply because one of the things I found is that the computer has a tendency to not like any answer that has either a comma or a space or an incorrect capitalization of a word. And then I have to go in, check every exam for all of my students to make sure that they've actually written in what's supposed to be written in. So I've worked very diligently to eliminate all of those. Because of that, that really has been the most difficult component of the test, or of the course, is testing or assessment. I have a new appreciation for the art of writing and developing really well-worded, well-written, to-the-point assessment questions. One of the things I found is that in my current assessments that were done by other people in the past, there's a wide range of multiple choice, true and false, written in answers on the computer. And I've really tried to streamline everything, eliminate all of the true false, eliminate all of the written answers, and merely go strictly to a true and false. Mostly because it's easier to manage from my end, and also because it is in alignment with the way the ITA tests. The level of learners for my course really do range, because there's 3 different streams to get trades qualification certification. One is to take the security systems technician course that I instruct during the day. That really does give them a significant head start. The hour requirements to work in the trade go to 2,500. If you served a registered apprenticeship with an electrical company, you can do it in 3,500 hours. Or if you just go to challenge the exam, you need 5,600 hours of hands-on working in the field. So I have very many different types of people that come that want to take the refresher course, and the main prerequisite is a security license, and the security license basically just indicates that you don't have a criminal record, because most of the information in our courses are restricted content. You can't just go and get the workbooks. You can't just go and get this material. You have to have a security license in order to be able to access this information. So there's also some requirements as far as English language. You have to be proficient in English language. You also have to be, you cannot be colorblind, because at this current time there is no workaround when we're dealing with a multiple conductors that have color codes on those conductors. So color rendition and eyesight are the bare minimum is you have to be able to see the colors, and you have to have good eyesight with corrected lenses, as I do now. Yes, most of the supports are either the learning materials that they have, the PowerPoint presentations, connection with the instructor, or connection with other students. As I say, the most difficult to build has been the assessments. I think I'm getting quite good at writing assessment questions. I really analyze every single word and try to make sure that my questions are valid and that they're in alignment with the taught materials, as well as the fact that they are not misleading or ask a question that in any way misdirects the learner from getting the answer. The major hurdles has been time. I found that there just isn't enough time, and I'm becoming more and more of a perfectionist, and I really want to weed out the extraneous materials that are either not required or not needed to accomplish the goals or the learning outcomes that I want. I don't want to have my students waste their time learning things that are not absolutely required. I want to build it off of a basis of it leads somewhere. So the material that I present to them leads somewhere. The reference material we look at leads somewhere. They can take it, synthesize it, and draw a conclusion from that. And as far as how has my thinking changed, my thinking has changed in regards to let me just pause that for a second. I just have to pause for 2 seconds. I'm having a bit of issue trying to process how my thinking's changed. Basically, my thinking has changed in that I see things clearer, and I see that there's significant difference between in-class, asynchronous, and synchronous learning. And one of the things I'm having issues with my synchronous learning are the crickets. I ask questions and I get no response. So one of the things I've implemented is called going around the block. I basically go say, okay, we're going to go around the block, and I basically check in with each student to make sure that they are there, that they have something to say, and that they have something to contribute. Anyways, once again, time. I'm out of time, so I will be over and out. Thank you so much.